there, my social butterfly friend. How was Lakers Mavericks?
It was fun. It was electric. Speaking of traffic, it took me about 2 hours to get there too, almost as long as it took me to get here this morning. It was fun, man. It was a lot of Dallas people were there. A lot of Luka's friends and family were there. Sat there with Mark and his son. So there was some playful trash talking early on. Every time Luka would touch the ball, Cuban would start booing him. And at one point in the game, Luka kind of looked over to him and literally said, "Mark, shut up." Everyone around kind of laughed, but it was a good time. You could tell there was just like a playoff atmosphere in the arena the whole night.
I love that. And people were very warm. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. When they go back to Dallas, it'll be an interesting thing as well. But Luka had himself a game, and I don't know that anybody was doubting that was going to happen. It was also his first triple-double as a Laker. 19, 15, 12, 3 steals, 2 blocks. 6 of 17, but you know what? They doubled him a lot. What are you going to do? So let's start with grades, Boogie. What are you giving Luka for his first time out against the X?
I give him a effort.
A for effort.
A for effort.
All right.
I mean, it wasn't his greatest showing, but you know, he still put together a really, really good game. He came out, won the game. That's the most important thing. Still a statement game. You know, come in against your former team, drop a triple-double with a win. That's always a huge statement. So I'm okay with the effort. It was A+. I mean, obviously we would have loved to see Luka drop 60 and you know really have something to talk about up here. But you know, very, very solid effort all around. So. A work.
And I'll say he took 17 shots. He was 6 of 17, 1 of 7 from 3. He's been a little inefficient from field goal percentage standpoint, but this game meant a lot to him. You could just tell after one of the early threes, he's screaming at the bench. Nico Harrison was sitting right behind the Mavs bench, and you could tell he was kind of looking in that direction. He was hyped up. He was chirping at the crowd. So. He wanted this, and again, the Mavs' game plan was solely to stop him. Every time he'd cross half court, they'd throw a double at him. Every time he'd get ready to ISO, they would literally just take the ball out of his hand. So it's hard for him. I thought he was going to go and take 25, 30 shots. The way they guarded him made that pretty hard.
I need a grade.
A minus.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's an A minus. I would have liked to seen him be a little bit more efficient, but you could tell he was trying to kill. He wanted a big night. Like he wanted nothing short of a big night. If he makes 4 to 5 of these shots, we're looking at a 30-ball triple-double on your former team. That's what you can ask for. But 19, 15, and 12 is also a great stat line. But you could tell he was in attack mode the entire night. He wanted to embarrass the Dallas Mavericks. Got the win. Not as a big of a game. We're sitting here chopping up a triple-double, because
for real.
He was 6
I thought he
for
was going to have
17.
50. I thought he was going to go nuts.
10 for 17. This makes this a 30. This makes this a 30 ball. But you can tell that he was in attack mode. He really wanted this game bad. So I give him an A minus.
And you know what's interesting? Watch this game. Obviously, all eyes were on Luka and how he's going to perform. But I was watching like Kyrie Irving, and it almost felt like he wanted to prove too that Luka's gone. This is now I want to prove also they made the right trade, and I'm the guy. So he looked to me. He looked even more aggressive. He looked like he was trying to go for 42, but. That was interesting to me. Like he almost looked like he had just as much to prove as Luka did.
It's a good appetizer, though. But I look forward to seeing the game when they go down to Dallas.
I was gonna say.
I think that's when we really get the fireworks. That's when we're really gonna get the fireworks. So this is a good appetizer. This was a good warm up. But I look forward to the next time these teams match up.
That's the thing, because afterwards Luka was like, "I'm glad it's over." I was like, "I don't think it's over. I think the real
started,
one's
by the
coming."
way. Yeah.
So he's just saying that just to say it, because we don't believe
But
that.
it's also so late too. Like who knows even if the seeding is if they're slotted in, if they're even playing back then. I think it's like the third to last game of the season.
Silly.
So obviously I hope and I wish AD and everyone was healthy in the Mavs this time, but the game in Dallas will be a lot more emotional.
And one thing we aren't considering, this is Luka's first time going through this. It's not like this is his first time. This is first time getting traded, being on another team, having the experience of being on the other side of the ball with a fan base that's usually with you, even though they still feel like he's one of their own. So I'm sure there was a lot of pressure, a lot of attention on him that he wasn't used to. So him saying that this is over for the night, like it's over for a while. But this isn't going to go away for a couple of years now.
Oh,
so
no.
Get used to it, man.
And you can tell, too, the refs were letting them play last night. Like, they can almost tell this is going to be physical. They're going to go at it. It was such a just physical game from the beginning to the end. The refs, I got to give them credit. They let them play all night long, they were very consistent with the whistle.
See, Lou, and if we had our transparent grading system for the refs, we would be able to talk about it today without, giving them a microphone. I just love that you're so upset about that. Sources close, I love this. Sources close to Luka say a beast has been awakened inside of him.
Been awakened.
I mean, it is very dramatic. It's a very Hollywood trailer line. But here's the thing.
By the way, a beast has been awake for
Thank
6
you.
seasons already. Like, how much
been
more
there.
can we awake?
He was a beast when he was 350.
Yeah, like,
Well, that's kind of the
I
point,
hate
right?
to see him when he's 240.
I mean,
Did he not look skinny? He looks skinny to me.
Well, we love our storylines.
Yeah.
And we love to create some drama and something to talk about. Like, Luka has always been a beast. Like, that's never been a concern. Like, what is he going to run faster now? What is he going to start dunking? Like, I can't imagine. What is this? This is a step-through layup like nobody is there, three-pointer, follow it down. Matter of fact, I get an and one out of it even though it didn't go my way. Like, these are, what else
there
is
it
there?
is.
This is where
What's
That's
that?
the one.
Yeah.
Look at the bench. Look at the
That's
bench.
the one.
Yeah,
Yep.
19, 15, and 12 isn't beast-like work.
Feels like it is.
Yeah, like he just had 32 the other night, and obviously his pedigree is solidified in what he did in a Dallas Mavericks uniform. He's been a beast since day one. So I don't know what's left for him.
we really traded a generational talent over weight issue.
They did.
Over beer, it sounds like now.
No,
is the
don't worry
story.
about
He
the
likes
six
beer.
Over 40
six-time
pounds.
all first-team NBA All-Stars run to the finals last year. Let's look at his body fat and trade him.
He gained weight while he was injured. And
While he
we
was cooking.
thought, we should trade him.
He's eating. He's gonna gain weight.
Not in L.A.
It makes no
He's
sense.
in the right place.
And I do think personally, again, this isn't just going to die. Obviously, it's good to get this game over with, but the big one is in Dallas, and again, this is going to be an ongoing thing. You don't just move on from something like this. I think he's still shocked, but he's my pick for MVP next year. Like, I think he's going to be on a mission.
100%.
He is on. He is that guy next year. He's going to get in the best shape of his life. He's going to spend all off summer proving, Nico Harrison, you made a huge mistake.
And I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I could. When I went through my situation, when I got traded, literally that was my mindset going into that offseason. I'm gonna get into the best shape I've ever been in. I want to go prove to the world like I'm a winner. I can help lead this New Orleans team to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. I understand the mindset. I understand this statement completely. When when I was talking to my team, it was the same type message. Like I got to take my game to another level.
I mean, it was ugly. Like, it's one thing to be traded. It just felt very personal, like breakup, right? Like, it's one thing to be traded. It's another thing to be traded and then hear about, well, they thought you were fat.
Hey,
Like, what?
okay.
It's not me, it's you.
You're a top 3 player fat, then fine. Then what is he going to be when he gets in shape? It's like it's just
don't know.
it never makes sense to me.
Why would you do this? By the way, there was an ad released. Jordan Brand released it ahead of this game. Take a look. They do block out the last of the lyrics, but here he is pulling up in the car. Boogie, how are we feeling about this? I mean, that's crazy looking. What do you think?
Man, that's some good promo. I can tell you that.
That was
Sick car.
quick.
That's a sick car.
But Jordan's come with the heat. I like that they're backing him too. The first ad said like "Sorry y'all" or "Howdy y'all," kind of clowning
Something
the
y'all, yeah.
Texans.